Georgia's had you on Saturday. It was a great report because I tell people, you told me 6 months ago that Steve, New Jersey is not, this is when people were down 10, 15 points. You said is not lost because I'm knocking on doors of Democrats and they won't register as Republicans because they don't want the visibility of that. But they will tell me I can't vote for Democrats anymore because of two things. Housing affordability, a lot of that driven by property taxes and others. And the other is utilities, particularly electric bills, which you said is like $900 a month. People just can't afford to live anymore, and it's going to become an issue. And they're sitting there going, we've had Democrats run this place forever. It's time for a change. Now, what happened today? They had a conference of real estate. Was it brokers, dealers, and the candidate for the governorship showed up? I heard he rocked the house. Tell us what happened.
Yes, absolutely. So today the New Jersey Association of Realtors had a gubernatorial candidates forum. So Jack Chiarelli was there, Mikey Sherrill was there. They had Q&As. They weren't there together to debate. It wasn't a formal debate. They came at different times during the forum, and they each had the same exact questions. Mikey Sherrill went first. They asked her exactly what you just said, questions about housing affordability, utilities, and she had a scripted speech that she read. Obviously, somebody wrote it for her. Didn't have much substance at all. Spoke in platitudes. And, we had a few people clap, and then there were some pictures taken afterwards. But when Jack Chiarelli came out, there was a standing ovation, a heavy applause from the audience. The audience was made up of realtors, brokers like myself. It was a stark difference just on the entrance alone. And Jack, I have to say, crushed it today. He crushed it during his Q&A and during his speech before. He gave a lot of substance. He promoted his Garden State affordability agenda. He went down point by point how he was going to help this housing crisis that we have here, utilities. He even spoke about the environmental aspects of things. And it was just a clear, stark difference. And it was really nice to see my fellow realtors and brokers out there having the same reception, showing him that kind of support as I know him to have, because I know what he stands for. So it was nice to see Steve.
Give one more time before I let you bounce about because your campaign, you're a bootstrap campaign, as most of these are at the local level. You're going door to door. Give me the response when you knock, because you're knocking on everybody's door. When you knock on independents and you knock on registered Democrats, what response are you getting as you make your pitch as a Republican?
Yeah, when I knock on their doors, the first conversation I have is about property taxes and utilities. And as soon as I mention that to them, the first thing they say to me is, I'm a Democrat. I've always voted Democrat, but this year I am not voting Democrat. They have really taken it this year too far. And people are starting to pay attention, and the normal, day to day, just, they don't really get that involved in their local politics. But this year they're getting involved. They're paying attention because the families are hurting and they're looking for solutions. And Jack Chiarelli has been going out there and giving those policies and really nailing it home, and very, very specifics. And people are really attracted to that. And I really think today was a clear and stark difference of how he's going to improve the housing affordability crisis here in New Jersey.
Folks, we got a dogfight in New Jersey. I think we're about to have one in California, but this New Jersey race could be everything. It could be a real bellwether for 26. Sophia, where do people go to find out more about your race, and where do they find you on social media?
Okay, you can go to ftgop.org. You can read all about the campaign, some of these housing affordability issues and other issues that are hot topics in Franklin Township. I'm running in Ward number 3. There's also a donation link. I appreciate everybody's support. Anybody who can give a little, I appreciate it. We're in the last final weeks here, and we need some help in that department just to get our message out. You can also find me at realestate.com. All my socials are on there, and I talk about these issues there quite often. So I'm glad people are paying attention, Steve. Let's take it home for New Jersey.
No, you called it 6 months ago. Thank you, ma'am. Look forward to having you back on here.